What's up everyone, my name is RoyaleRebelle, and in this video I'm sharing my thoughts on whether or not map offerings are OP and whether or not the game should get rid of them. I'll admit, I'm getting a lot of inspiration from Twitter for my YouTube videos lately, and this was another interesting discussion I came across because honestly, before this weekend, I had never heard anyone say map offerings could be OP, and I just want to talk about it. So the main argument is that using map offerings can purposely tilt the match heavily in favor of one side over the other, such as like a Swift who brings killers to RPD, or like a Scratch Mirror Myers bringing survivors to Larry's. We as players, we don't get to see the map we're gonna be on, and honestly a lot of players would change their loadouts for specific maps. One reason is perks like Balanced Landing. That perk is a wasted slot on more than one map, and when you bring a map offering, while it's not guaranteed, there's still a decent chance you're getting the map you want. But there are a couple ways that map offerings are balanced in the game. Anyone can bring a map offering, and with multiple offerings burned, they each have an equal chance of spawning their designated map. There's also the Sacrificial Ward, which rejects all offerings to send players to a specific map. And even if one person brings a map offering and there isn't a Sacrificial Ward offered, there is still a chance the game won't send you to that map. To be completely honest, if map offerings were that OP, people would be running them more often. I think this is one of those takes where people see clips on TikTok of a Swift bringing a killer to RPD, and it makes them believe that this is this really common occurrence. Meanwhile, the number of people actually bringing a map offering for malicious intent or to balance the game in their favor really isn't that significant. Like myself personally, when I use map offerings, it's either I'm trying to burn through all my offerings and I just get to the point where I'm burning map offerings, or the rare occurrence I'm bringing an offering to complete a challenge, such as the fall from a great height while being in chase, because I like getting challenges done as quickly as possible so I can progress through the rift and get my cells back. Compared to other offerings, map offerings really don't give you that great of a benefit. You know, like killers have mores that allow you to instantly kill whatever number of survivors. Survivors and killers can both influence the number of space between hooks. Survivors can spawn additional chests. Depending on your playstyle, influencing the fog levels of the map is a potentially bigger game changer because it makes being seen easier or more difficult. So I wouldn't say that we need to get rid of map offerings. I truly don't think they're OP. But I do have an issue with map rotations. I feel like there are times like I'm not even getting to see half the maps that Dead by Daylight has to offer. Like with the Red Forest rework, you would think that would be a popular map to rotate in. The developers put a lot of work into updating the map, but since the rework, I think I've only been sent there twice. I've had similar pacing with the Borgio, that's Dead by Daylight's second newest map. Again, they put a ton of this effort into creating it. They even ensured the map was friendly to colorblind players. But it feels so rare to get. And I think since Tools of Torment came out, I've only gotten the hunting camp maybe twice. And that's not even getting into the maps I feel like I haven't seen in nearly a month. Having map offerings allows players to balance out this poor map rotation. So when they haven't seen a map in a while, they still have that option to go there. But I do think there are maybe a couple middle grounds between like these ideas of getting rid of or keeping map offerings. The first being an anti-map offering. Basically works just like a map offering, but in reverse, where you can put up an offering to not be sent to a specific map. That would solve the issue of people bringing forth offerings to have an advantage, and if you come across an issue where you're seeing the same maps over and over, that gives you an option to opt out of them, this would probably be the most ideal solution. The other, which I will admit now, would be incredibly unlikely as it would take a lot for the devs to implement, and it could still tilt in favor of Swifts. It would kind of be like a map voting system. You know, like the game would prompt players to pick one out of X maps, and whichever gets the highest votes gets the highest likelihood of being chosen. You wouldn't want it to be guaranteed because of Swifts, but I still think that could be an interesting system to implement. But what do you guys think? Would you change map offerings? And if you would, how? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of my content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so I can bring you more Dead by Daylight content. And if you want to check out my Twitch streams, I currently go live Monday through Thursday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.